All right, hey guys, let's take a look at module 5.5. We're going to be adding and subtracting fractions. I do want you to remember and try to think reasonably as we add these, like we did yesterday, okay? So it says, Julie is making a poster for a book report. The directions say to use 1/5 of the poster to describe the setting, 2/5 of the poster to describe the characters, and the rest of the poster to describe the plot. What part of the poster will she use to describe the plot? So this is kind of multi-step problem here. All right, so let's draw some pictures to help us shade this and model this. All right, we want to shade a certain amount to represent the part for the setting. Look back in the story. What fraction is she going to use to describe the setting? Look right here, 1/5 of the poster to describe the setting. And then she's also going to use how much to describe the characters? Look right here, 2/5 of the poster to describe the characters. And then the rest is going to be the plot. So let's shade in the parts that have been used already. So let's shade in 1/5, right, for the setting. And she's going to do 2/5 for the characters. Now they want to know the rest of the poster, that's this part right here, right, will be used to describe the plot. It says write an equation for the part of the poster used for the setting and the characters. So setting and characters, right, was 1/5 plus 2/5. So she's going to use a total of 3/5. When you add fractions like this, the denominator stays the same because I'm not changing what size pieces they are. Remember, the denominator always tells you what size pieces they are. If I added those and I added the bottoms too and I said 3/10, that would be me changing what size pieces they are, and I'm not. They're still fifths. So I've got 1/5 plus 2/5 equals 3/5. So she's going to use 3/5. It says what does the part of the model that is not shaded represent? Well, they told us she's going to use that to make the plot. And it says write an equation for the part of the poster she will use for the plot. Well, how did we figure out what this is right here? Well, we could have taken the total, right, 5/5, and we could have subtracted this part that was being used, which was 3/5, and we know that she's going to have 2/5 left over in order for her to use on her poster to describe the plot. So using the pictures works just as easy. Let's take a look at another problem. Okay, look at these. These are just some practice problems for us. So we have 9/12, which is 9/12 size parts minus 5/12 size parts. So you modeled this earlier this week, but now we're just going to straight up add it or subtract it. So if I have 9/12 and I take 5/12 away, that will give you how many 12s? So what is 9 minus 5? You're going to have 4 12 size pieces. Remember, the denominator is always going to stay the same because it describes what size pieces they are. So this is the same thing if you had 9/12, like if you had your strip diagrams here. And here I'm going to make a real quick, here's 12s, right? If you had 9 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're going to take 5 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the pieces that you have. They're for what though? They're still 12s. The bottom number stays the same because the size of the pieces doesn't change. Same thing when you add. So this one we're just going to add straight across. If I have 3/12, then I add 8 more 12s. 8 plus 3, 8, 9, 10 is 11. The bottom number stays the same, 11/12. Look at this one. 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 2/3. Look at this one. 3/4 minus 1/4. Well, 3 minus 1 is 2. Denominator stays the same. 2/4. I know 2/4 is the same as 1/2, so I could have called it either one of those would have been fine. So it's just simple practice. If you need to build them using your fraction strips. 2/6 plus 2/6, I add the top numbers, is 4, denominator stays the same, 4/6. Look at this one, 3/8 plus 1/8 equals 4/8. I know 4/8 is the same as 1/2. I could write it either way. And look at this very last one, 6/10 minus 2/10. If I have 6 and I take 2 away, I'm left with 4 pieces, and of what? There's still tenths, 4/10. All right, so you're going to practice adding and subtracting some fractions independently on the next page.